Hello, I'm Charles Sturgis.
And I'm Will Clowes, and welcome to episode 5 of the Drive-By podcast. On episode 5, Charles's Mystic Meg.
BMW charges customers for the air in their cars.
James Bond ejects a wad of cash out of his new DB5.
And we bring you another instalment of Drive-By Destroy. Five is live.
Jesus Christ. You're not making a habit out of that every single week.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing like, what did you say last week? 4 and we're back for more. I'm not going to be rhyming it all the time because I can't be asked, to be perfectly honest with you.
No, but we have had a Formula 1 race.
We've had a Formula 1 race.
This is the first podcast since a Formula 1 race.
We can do a proper Formula 1 breakdown.
like Max Verstappen.
Like 9 of the cars did, while some of them crashed.
Yeah. That's what this podcast is, one big car crash. But anyway, yes. Wasn't it good to see Lando Norris on the podium?
It was good to see that, but hang on a minute. Let's start with the winner, Valtteri Bottas.
Well done, that man.
Absolutely.
What a cracking job he did. Right from the beginning to the end, he was leading all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bit of F1 news for you here. Alex Albon set to replace Hamilton at Mercedes. not strictly true. But you'd think it was with the way he kept spinning him out.
There's something personal.
Second time.
There is something personal going on there, isn't there?
That poor young boy in that relatively alright car. He keeps spinning off.
Yeah, dreadful. And then you've got Max Verstappen who can't press buttons.
No, he can't do that either.
He kept going into anti-stall. Yeah,
that was quite funny actually to see him sitting in the car.
Please work.
Jiggling the car.
And then you've got Kimi, whose Alfa went full on Alfa Romeo and actually lost a wheel.
Did we figure out why that was?
The wheel nut came off.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah. Karun Chanduk did some analysis after the race on the big screen. They slowed it right down, zoomed in to the little gap between the halo and the wheel, that little kind of view, and the wheel nut flung off.
And then the wheel.
And when it came out of the corner, the wheel fell off.
But who else's wheel came off? Someone else's wheel came off.
Oh, the AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri. Who was that? Was that
Daniel Kvyat?
Was that Kvyat?
He had a massive puncture, didn't he?
Yeah,
that was going down the main straight. What went wrong to all the cars?
I have no idea.
Everyone seems a bit rusty, don't they?
I think, but it'd be interesting to see how they fix that and cope with it again next week because they'll be racing again there. Am I right?
Yeah. But it's called the Styrian Grand Prix this week, not the
Styrian.
Yeah.
Not
no
sure
idea why it's called that, but
right.
Yeah, that's what it's been called this week. I hope Ferrari as well. They weren't really anywhere, were they?
No, they weren't.
Until the end. Where were they?
Nowhere of significance. Charles Leclerc was what, second?
Second. And Sebastian Vettel then came 10th. So where they were, I have no idea. But then they haven't got their new car until Hungary.
What, they're running on last year's car?
Well, it's not last year's cars. It's like a slightly updated version of last year. They're using this year for the first 2 races because they haven't got the new car ready till the 3rd race.
Are they allowed to do that?
Well, must be.
Fair enough.
No doubt another team will put in a protest about them because that's what teams do now.
Quite possibly. But Lewis Hamilton got 5-second penalty for taking Alex off.
I don't know how much I agree with that 5-second penalty.
Really? He just stuck his nose down the inside, in my opinion.
No, I don't think there was a gap for Alex Albon.
Really?
No, I don't think there was. I do think he shouldn't have hit him.
Probably
stayed clear.
Avoidable.
Yeah, it probably was avoidable. But to be fair, Lewis was on the racing line and Albon went on the outside.
True.
So that's just our differing opinions, I guess.
I thought they might, when they got to Valtteri first, Lewis second, I thought they'd pull team orders after that.
I was surprised they didn't, to be honest with you.
But I think if they had, there would be the most almighty outcry about it. The fact that he got penalised. But then again, would he have been able to open up a big enough gap in first position to the rest of the cars where he wouldn't have been demoted anyway?
That's a good question. Maybe,
but I just don't think it's in the spirit of it myself.
No, I agree with you.
But I'm very interested.
Back at Austria 2002, when Rubens Barrichello was famously told to pull back so that Michael Schumacher could go past.
Yeah, true. And then what was the other one that Sebastian Vettel ignored?
Oh, against Mark Webber.
Multi-21 to say Multi-21. I don't know why I remember that.
That's what I remember in the room afterwards.
Yeah, Multi-21 Seb, and he just sort of looks at him with this sort of disapproving. Where was that? Was that at Austria?
No, that was at China, I think.
Was it?
I think it was China, yeah.
Okay. Actually, no. According to this, it was Malaysia.
When?
2013.
Is it really 7 years ago, really?
2013. It's amazing to think how long Mark... But actually, there's another thing.
Oh, God.
David Coulthard said on the coverage of it that they should have pulled team orders.
What?
I think it was David Coulthard.
I can't be asked for team orders. Not right at the start of a season. That isn't really a season.
No, exactly. That's just taking the piss.
Exactly. Just give the Flying Finn a chance.
The flying fin. Bit of Valtteri.
You love a bit of Valtteri. But yeah, that's where we can end our F1 review this week.
Well done, Valtteri. What do you think will happen next time?
Oh, I don't know.
For this Styrian Grand Prix?
Styrian Grand Prix. I really fancy McLaren again.
They
look like they've really put their act together this year.
No, yeah, absolutely. Fair enough to Lando.
Yeah.
I think where did the other one come?
Sainz.
Yeah.
7th or 8th.
Oh right, okay.
Bit further back.
I couldn't remember his name. Dear. But he'll be in a Ferrari uniform next year.
As will Alonso at Renault.
Oh God, yeah, Alonso's coming back. Is it though?
Well, I saw a tweet from a motoring presenter that said
That cannot be named.
That cannot be named, but his name was Chris Harris, and it says that
no, it started with C and ended in Hiss Harris.
Anyway, yes, he said how disheartening is it for new Formula 2 drivers wanting to make their way up to then have Fernando Alonso come back, and I just think yes, from one perspective it must be, but then surely Renault have assessed their options.
I thought Renault would steer clear of him because of his somewhat iffy relationship with teams, i.e. you are Fernando Racing, you are Alonso Racing, or you can go and sling your hook. But I'd stay away from Fernando myself. I'd go with young blood. Who was the guy that you said you'd pull through from F2?
The Jack Aitken.
Jack Aitken, he did it all right, didn't he?
Came fifth last year.
Fifth, all right. Okay.
He isn't too bad. And he's got good relationship with Renault.
Yeah, but then again, it's two young kids in the cars.
Of course, he's got Ocon now, haven't they?
Maybe they're thinking that, but Ocon's still a good driver.
Yeah, he is.
Maybe he could be an elder statesman in the team, but at the moment he's sort of playing second fiddle to a huge name he will be playing second fiddle to a huge name like Alonso.
Yeah, very true.
But there we go, that remains to be seen. So, there you go, that brings to a close our little F1 breakdown, if you'll pardon the pun. 11 cars finishing. Yeah. Actually, quite interesting really, isn't it? It makes life interesting.
It does actually, yeah.
Half of them crash out or blow up or press the wrong button on the steering wheel.
Or lose a wheel.
Lose a wheel. So we can now move on and do the news.
Yes, and Charles, I've got some good news for you.
What's that?
Are you in the market for a new pair of shorts?
No, why?
Because Tesla are now selling shorts. Yeah, but Tesla are now selling shorts.
And do you think I care about Tesla?
Yeah, I love this. Elon Musk's next big venture, shorts. Basically, Tesla are now making these short shorts made out of red satin.
Oh, geez.
With sexy spelt on the back. But
look at that! It's like
all the model names.
Model 3
spelling out sexy. And do you know how much they're going to cost?
How much?
$69.420.
That man has just
$420.
He's got to lay off the weed. That man, he really does. If it's not tanking his stock momentarily while he's on another podcast.
I actually imagine these will be worn by all the Tesla drivers.
What? It's going to be required wearing when you're in it. Nothing but a pair of satin boxers or whatever they are.
Yeah, exactly. And he also said, a short time after it came out, he tweeted, "Dang, we broke the website. Wow."
Oh. I think Twitter is just awful. People should just stay off Twitter.
Yeah, I mean they are actually $69.420, which is actually incidentally his child's middle name.
X3R, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's actually very distracting as well now, because every time I see a Tesla driver,
you're going to be thinking.
All I'm going to think of is, you're wearing a pair of sexy red satin shorts, aren't you?
Oh, did you really describe? Oh, sexy as in the
they're not actually sexy.
No, thank God you said that. Right, moving on from Tesla because I'm sick of it.
That's all we ever talk about these days.
All we ever talk about. Now, Autocar came out with its 2020 Game Changer Awards, and I hate the term Game Changer.
Game Changer.
It just is awful. So
what have they put in there?
They've put a few cars. We have the Porsche Taycan.
Oh, the electric car.
Named after a Liam Neeson movie.
For God's sake. Actually,
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want, but I am going to unplug your car.
That was quite good for you. Yeah, I can see what they're coming from with the Taycan in a way. I don't particularly agree with Autocar on lots of things, but the Taycan I can see.
No, I quite like that.
Because it is kind of a rendition of a classic, the 911, but taking it forward, and it looks good.
It looks more like the Panamera to me. There's just an electrified Panamera.
Yeah.
They already do a version of that, don't they? They do a hybrid Panamera, I'm sure.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Also, we have the Ford Puma.
No.
Yep.
The Ford Puma?
Puma.
Do you know why they put that in there?
Why?
Just to kind of make it realistic.
Oh, put a cheaper car in there so it's not all supercars.
Yeah.
Then we have the Aston Martin DBX.
Is that a game changer, really?
I don't think it looks very good.
No, it looks good.
Do you think?
I think it's a great looking car. I like the back of it.
Well, the arse of it is a Vantage.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, but stuck onto an SUV, it looks weird.
Out of place.
It looks a bit like plastic surgery.
No, it doesn't.
On a droopy bottom. It just doesn't look. I'm not sure about its piggy little eyes either. Much like the Vantage.
So it's basically a raised Vantage, isn't it?
It is. I don't like when they have to follow all the same design language. Aston Martin have always done that, though.
No, they have.
Aston Martin should have 3 cars: an SUV,
which they're doing.
Yeah. A Grand Tourer like a DB11.
Yeah.
And a small, angry little car like the Vantage.
No, I'd probably agree with you there.
Yeah, but
I don't see much point in the DBS Superleggera.
No, that's more of a novelty thing.
Yeah, it is. Like the Zagato sort of things they do.
But it's too expensive to them. So I think they should have like 3.
It's funny you mention that though, because I was reading this article with Autocar saying why it's a game changer, and all they've done is talk about the cash flow problems and the money problems that Aston Martin are having. They haven't actually explained any reason why this is a game changer.
Because it is just another sporty SUV.
Exactly.
If I was going to have, like the DBX is what, 160 grand?
158, I think it comes out.
I think it starts, but essentially 160 grand. With 542 bhp,
yeah,
you could have a Jaguar F-Pace SVR, which I think looks better.
I wouldn't agree with that it looks better.
It's got roughly the same amount of horsepower.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper.
Half the price.
In comparison. Or, if you wanted to go mega, Lister.
No.
Lister, who do the basically take Jaguars and turn them up to 11.
Of course, yeah, you showed me the other day.
They've got a thing called the Lister Stealth coming, which is stealth. That should have gone on the list of best names from last week.
Yeah.
But that's going to be 120 grand starting price.
Still cheaper then.
A lot cheaper. 666 horsepower, following the same thing
that
they did.
The number of the beast.
Exactly. Following the same thing that they did with the F-Type version of that. I think it looks better, and I just don't think the DBX just feels a bit...
It's there for a purpose.
It's there because they had to.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't get quite as enthused about it as they should have done. And then to finish, they choose the Polestar 1.
Good looking car.
That's not technically a Volvo Polestar 1 because it is separate, isn't it? So Polestar 1, 600 bhp from a plug-in hybrid, which
That's crazy, isn't it?
I think it's brilliant. Will they sell that many of them?
Well, it's 140 grand.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot. What would you rather have, that or a Bentley? Because that is the same kind of price bracket.
Oh, absolutely. But that car looks brilliant. I think that is like, to me, that's like an automotive version of Kevin McLeod's Grand Designs.
Maybe he'll be the introduction when they sell it.
Yeah, quite possibly. Maybe he'll come with it, or maybe one of his books.
Maybe the sat-nav will have Kevin McLeod's voice all over it.
Well, that's a good idea. Kevin McLeod's voice, because he's got quite a nice voice, actually, hasn't he? But they always run into trouble. They always run into money troubles on Grand Designs. They always have like 10 grand to finish the whole project with. Yeah. So I hope they haven't fallen into that trouble, dear old Pol. What am I on about?
What are you on about? You're going on to Grand Designs.
I would agree with them. That's a game changer. But
it's just a tad expensive.
Not that sure about the Aston Martin myself. I'd rather have this Lister job.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which looks better.
Yeah.
Puma. The Puma. They say that it's got.
It's really damning with false praise on the Puma, to be honest with you, because they say they've kind of made this cheap car that's good to handle on the right road. We go with any car on the right road, it's good, isn't it?
It's just a bit of a crossover, jacked up Fiesta type thing.
I'd have gone for the DS3 Crossback. I think that's a much better looking car.
That does look a lot better.
Doesn't it?
Funky looking little thing.
Exactly.
Especially in that tealy blue that they do it in as well. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's really got me going. Anyway, what else have we got in the news this week?
Oh, and we're mentioning it again. The Ineos Grenadier. They were going to build it in Wales. They're now going to build it in France.
So there we go. Moving
on.
Did.
What Dyson did.
Next up, I've got something that's really going to make your blood boil.
Oh God.
BMW are turning into a Netflix car.
Hey.
See, what they're doing is they are making everything subscription based now. So you buy a car and have all the options on it, then you have to unlock them on their iDrive app store. Thing. You know what I mean? It's dreadful. Isn't that a dreadful idea?
That is the worst idea ever.
It's like an iTunes update. So you buy a car and then it might not have heated seats.
Yeah.
So then you go onto your little app store and you go and kind of put your thumbprint in and you get it, and then you heated seats in your car for a subscription service.
Oh, I'm not sure about that at all.
No, I agree.
I tell you something though,
Yeah.
If you think about that, if a car's got heated seats on it, you can't digitally add heated seats, can you?
Yeah.
You can only digitally unlock heated seats. So a car has got to have heated seats on it.
Yeah.
So you're going to be paying for the heated seats whether you like it or not.
So they'll probably just
and then
raise
you'll
the
be paying
price.
extra to have them to unlock them to be able to use them. So your
Exactly.
car will still be heavier than if you'd spec'd it without heated seats.
Yeah.
And you might not use them. I think that is one of the worst ideas ever, and I hate the fact that you have to subscribe to everything nowadays because you don't own it.
Very
I mean,
true.
So what? If you don't keep up the subscription on the car...
Basically, so you get it for 1 to 3 years, and it comes with a 1 month free trial period. So it's
for God's sake.
It's like Amazon Prime. But what my favourite thing is, it comes with a BMW personal assistant. So now everything will kind of come served with a big stein.
Called Helga.
Helga, and she'll be wearing leather clothing, served on a stein. There you go.
She's not an actual person. I take it this is a digital thing.
I'm guessing it's a digital thing. Everything's digital these days.
I'd like my own personal leather-clad German... Actually, never mind that. Carry on. That is awful. I hate that. That's a stupid idea. BMW, please don't do that. That's just ridiculous.
They're going following like Apple, really, like the Apple Store. Everything will kind of work for 3 years, and then after 3 years it will break. And you have to go and replace it for a massive price.
Exactly. Everything is expendable, including your heated seats now, apparently.
It's a stupid idea.
Please give me some interesting news.
I have. Aston Martin are doing a DB5 continuation of the Goldfinger model.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
And I've been getting very, very excited.
So is that now being made? They are building.
Yeah. What they're doing, they're making 25 models
Yeah.
of the Goldfinger edition DB5.
So does that mean it comes with all the gadgets on it, the ejector seat? And...
I'm glad you asked, Charles, because I here have a list of everything that it comes with. It comes with rear smokescreen delivery system.
So you get smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you get everything. Rear simulated oil slick delivery system, so it shoves oil out the back. Revolving number plates, front and rear. So perfect for speeding. You know how last week we talked about everyone's going really fast now?
Yeah.
Now, if it's perfect for speeding, you just put your plates around.
Flick plates around.
Simulated twin front machine guns.
What? So they don't actually fire anything out of it. It just looks a bit like.
I really wish they did.
Oh no, it glows orange, and you get noises in the car.
Don't ruin my fun.
I'm sorry. This is a stupid idea.
Not. Okay, let me finish. I've not finished. It comes with bullet resistant rear shields.
Why? Do you need that? Why?
Because everyone's going to take it on their chute, aren't they? Battering rams front and rear.
Yeah.
Simulated tyre slasher. Aston Martin said we can't have a real one because it's not road safe. It's not even road legal.
It's not road legal.
No.
Of course it's not going to be road legal.
And removable passenger seat. So hopefully when we review it, you'll be in the passenger seat, so then I can just shove you out.
That's making a very big assumption that anyone's going to let us anywhere near it.
Exactly, but my favourite thing is the interior. It has a simulated radar screen tracker map.
So it's got sat nav.
It's got Don't ruin my flow. Telephone in the driver's door. It's got a gear knob actuator button, an armrest and centre console mounted switchgear, under-seat hidden weapons / storage tray, and remote control for gadget activation. And I have no idea what any of those words mean, but what I do know is that they are all optional extras in American cars.
I got guns on the side.
Exactly.
Dear,
hidden weapon tray.
Hidden... What is that?
Straight out of the F-150.
Oh, I'm not sure.
And
If I was 8... I would go, that sounds awesome.
Don't ruin
but
it.
it's just not. How much is it?
Okay, so this is the big thing. So it's £2.75 million or £3.3 million. Car Magazine and Autocar can't really agree on that.
Oh, right, okay.
But what they haven't taken into effect is the fact that if you buy this, you also need your own estate. How much is an estate going for these days?
I'd say minimum 5 million.
So that's
for a big bit of land.
Yeah, that's where you drive it.
Right, okay.
Plus, then you've got to have about £10 million in divorce money.
Oh, what? Because she's going to leave you because
She's
you're
going
an
to leave
8-year-old?
you. Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
So really what we're looking at there, £17.75 million.
Plus, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
You're going to need to build your own pub on your land.
Yeah.
So you can have your friends round to it and drive this car to the pub. Because that's all it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pub car.
It's a pub chat car is what it is.
Pub chat car. Plus you can't get... I think it's ridiculous. And I think 2.75 is stupid. And I wish... Is this Aston Martin?
Oh, here we go.
These are actually
Here we go.
I'm sorry, I'm having this rant again. But this time on air.
Yeah. I had to endure this rant earlier. So I'm
I just
at the same
feel
time again.
like proper car manufacturers, Aston
Yeah.
Martin, etc., should just leave it alone.
Why?
You have all these classic divisions, like Jaguar have got classic, Land Rover have got classic. That XKSS recreation, not road legal.
Right.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
This DB5 thing, exactly the same. Too expensive, not road legal.
Yeah.
Just build new cars. old cars, recreations of old cars and updates and that sort of stuff should be left to other people like Eagle. Eagle do a good job of it, don't they? With the E-Type.
Yeah.
Please just leave it alone because it's bankrupting you.
Yeah.
It's just people going mad with the company checkbook going, oh, this is a good idea, let's make it. And it all fueled by social media because no one really cares about that. But it's just to be on social media is just to bring up more clicks. And I know that's very cynical and probably bollocks. But I really do believe just build new cars, leave your past.
Yeah.
Maintain your old cars if you want to keep them in your own little museum.
Yeah.
But for the love of God, build new things, put more money into developing new, interesting cars. You can drive on the actual blooming road.
You've just ruined my fun.
I'm sorry, I've ruined your fun. I'm having a proper rant about that.
Because I am 8 years old.
And that's where I'm going to end that. And actually, to be fair, I've got some more Bond news.
Ooh, go on then.
Got some more Bond news.
My ears have pricked up.
Lotus are back with the new Evija, which everyone knows about anyway. That's not news.
The all-electric jobby.
All-electric hypercar.
Such a good-looking car. But yeah,
It is a good-looking car. And that was photographed with the Esprit for the 43rd anniversary of The Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh, yeah.
Not my favourite Bond film.
I don't think it's anyone's favourite Bond film, is it really?
Not my favourite Roger Moore film either. I prefer, which is Live and Let Die.
Yeah.
I like Live and Let Die. But that was photographed with the Esprit in the same colour, put together for the image. I'm wondering, is this a quiet suggestion to the Bond producers, to old Barbara Broccoli?
Oh, please let me in.
Please, can we be in the next film? Wouldn't be a bad idea, would it?
No, it wouldn't, to be fair.
Bring Lotus back, but you think Aston Martin probably have a very, very good relationship with Bond.
And sponsorship deal.
And plus, I think that's the only thing Aston Martin really have going for it.
They have to rely on that, don't they, really?
Exactly. It's slightly controversial for me, but I think that's true. All-electric car for a modern Bond. I think that would work.
Yeah, I agree. And they need something fun, don't they?
That's true. It's got to be a relatively short car chase if you're going at full chat, aren't you?
Exactly. And you could not drive that into a river, could you? Unless all the fish will come up to the surface.
Oh, what? It dumps it into the Tiber in Rome? Like
exactly.
Spectre. And then all the fish float upside down.
That is the end of James Bond.
I think that would actually be quite a good car for James Bond.
Yeah, it would be quite cool, wouldn't it?
I think, because they're getting rid of Daniel Craig, I reckon things are going to go slightly off topic.
Yeah.
Not things are going to go slightly off topic, but I'm going slightly off topic, and I reckon that Bond will go in a more light-hearted, Roger Moore-y, Brosnan-y direction.
Probably needs to.
I think so. Everything's so serious at the moment.
The world is so serious.
You could do with a few more gags, and I think probably it could go that way because in Skyfall they made a big bit when Q was on it that what you were expecting an exploding pen. There are no gadgets anymore. Yet the next film is loaded with gadgets, loads of gadgets in the car, etc. So I reckon it could probably go that way. Daniel Craig has got less serious over his time as Bond.
He really has.
But I think that would be a really good car for it, and I would love to see Lotus. Well, do you know how that came about, the Esprit being in it?
I bet you're going to tell me, aren't you?
I'm going to tell you. I can't remember who it was. Someone from Lotus put
Not Colin Chapman.
No. But someone from Lotus put a prototype Esprit debadged in the car park at Pinewood on the basis that someone might see it.
And they did. There you go.
So I think this is probably a similar thing that they're trying to do with this.
Yeah.
Just get that idea in their heads. Maybe.
So not only do we provide consumer advice for cars, we also provide advice for film directors.
Advice for Barbara Broccoli and co.
There we go.
I think that's a brilliant idea. I think you could see Tom Hiddleston as Bond in that car.
I couldn't see Tom Hiddleston as Bond.
Really?
No, I probably could. Actually, it's the one thing I don't have an answer on is who is the next Bond going to be.
No, I don't either.
It's not going to be Tom Holland, he's too scrawny.
He's too short.
It's a bit mean, but it's not him. It's not going to be Tom Hiddleston because he's too old.
Do you think he's too old?
Probably. I don't think he suits
Roger Moore
Bond.
was quite old
he
when he
suits
went
a
into
villain.
it.
He suits a villain.
He does suit a villain very well. Well, he was in the Jaguar advert, wasn't he? Do you remember that? Good to be bad.
Exactly.
And they all drive Jaguars.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all drive Jaguars. I think that was a great advert, but I'm not getting onto adverts again.
No, that's what your Instagram's full of.
Absolutely, it's absolutely full of that. A good plug there at Charlie Drives on Instagram.
Don't forget the underscore.
Don't forget the underscore. Yeah, happy with that, Evija. I like the look of that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what kind of horsepower it is. It's supposed to be like approximately 2,000 horsepower.
Ridiculous amount. It's going to be so bloody quick, that car.
It is going to be quick, but do you think that's part of the issue with electric cars is they can't be too soulful, so they just pack it full of power?
Probably. Because they don't have any noise, are they?
No noise, no big V12, no vibration, nothing
No.
like that. So it's just, this has got 15,000
Rimac.
horsepower, like the Rimac a bit. But I think it's a good looking car, the Avicha, and I think that would suit a Bond film very well. And I reckon that brings us to the end of the news.
It does.
We're done.
Very nicely. Smoothly done, Charles.
Smoothly done. So I think we can move on to another instalment to finish off of Drive By Destroy.
What have you got for me this week?
This week we have luxury boss cars, luxury
Ooh, yeah.
executive, leather-clad, heavy, powerful boats of cars.
Yeah, that's a good choice, that is.
I think so. So we have the Rolls-Royce Phantom,
Classic.
the new Bentley Flying Spur. Now I know it isn't quite the same as the Phantom because the Mulsanne is the Phantom
Equivalent. Basically.
but the Flying Spur is new, and I find the Mulsanne a bit boring and a bit old.
I think the Flying Spur's a little bit better looking than the Mulsanne.
Oh god, absolutely! I think it's much better looking. Plus, it's new and sexier in general. So we'll talk about that. And to finish off, we have the legend that is the Honky L5, the Chinese communist chariot.
A true mafia mobile.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, you went first last time. So
Are you going this time?
I'm going to go first this time.
No
Make some
problem.
bold claims.
Go for it.
I'm going to do a different order. Start with what I'm buying.
Right.
So this time I'm going to buy the Bentley Flying Spur.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know it is the cheapest of the three.
Yeah.
How much is the Phantom?
The Phantom's about £360,000.
So it's quite a lot.
A lot of money.
Very, very well done, executive chairman
Yep.
or woman. Honky L5. How much is that?
The Honky comes out at about, it's $1.2 million. So that's about, what, 950k?
Yeah, something like that. And then you got the Flying Spur, which is 168k.
Yeah.
But the reason I'd have the Flying Spur is because it's more understated than the Phantom, quicker than the Honky, so I can actually arrive. Because I can actually arrive at my meetings on time.
Exactly.
And it's still exquisite inside. I've seen the inside of it, and it's just fantastic.
Beautiful.
So for that very reason, I would buy the Flying Spur, because in this luxury boss cars, it's not just about speed.
No,
It's
absolutely.
also about luxury and how you come across.
Yeah.
And I think understated, beautiful, serves me very well.
So you're going for more of a fast power yacht than a cruise liner.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
exactly it. I'm going to destroy the Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Are you the same as me then?
Oh, is that what you do?
Yes. Yeah. No. I just find it a bit boring.
That's exactly the same reason as I would.
Plus,
we are agreeing with each other a bit.
I know, this is peculiar. I'd just get rid of it because it's just got that air of Kensington, gold wrapping, massive watch, skinny jean,
Floyd Mayweatheriness.
Or
Exactly.
the other
And
one.
Alan Sugar drives one, so for that very reason, I'm not going to have one.
I'm not a big fan of Alan Sugar myself.
Aren't you?
I just wish he'd get rid of that ratty beard he's always got. That little bit of grey stubble. I just want to, honestly, man, you're
What, like
one
the
of
one
the
that you've got
richest
right now?
people. Yes. No, but this is just like grey stubble. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I've woken up, fallen into my
Not
luxury
shaved.
Bossmobile and driven to the office. You're one of the richest men in the world. Well, one of the richest men in Britain.
Yeah.
You can afford a Bic razor.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get distracted by Alan
They're
Sugar.
about 12 for £1. No, I'm not letting this go. Shave it off, Alan Sugar.
Shave
It's hateful.
your stubble
It's horrible.
and get rid of your Rolls-Royce Phantom.
It's just horrible. It's just
The Rolls-Royce Phantom's a beautiful car.
Good engine,
We
though.
can't say it's not a nice car because it is a beautiful car. But it's
no,
a
I
bit
think it's ugly.
boring.
I think it's ugly.
No, it's not.
It's ugly. It's horrible.
It's just a bit boring and a bit samey. That's what everyone thinks of now when you think of a boss car.
If you're going to have a Rolls Royce, it's got to be pink, like Lady Penelope's
Yes.
in Thunderbirds.
Yes.
With the
Yes.
bubble top.
Yes, exactly. With Lady Penelope by your side.
No, I want Parker driving it.
Do you?
Yes, my lady.
Yes,
Yeah,
my lady.
and the whole thing.
Yeah, and then for that very reason, I'm going to be driving the Honky L5 because I want to feel like an absolute boss as I'm driving around at 25 miles an hour because I can't go
Yeah,
faster.
exactly, because it is made of lead.
Exactly, and everything about it just looks so cool. And I
It
feel like
does
such a
look very
badass
cool.
if you're driving around in it,
That's true.
which I'm not, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I would buy the Flying Spur, destroy the Phantom, and I'd drive the Honky.
I'm similar with you in destroy, but I will be driving, I'll do it in order, drive the Flying Spur because it's supposed to be a properly good driver's car actually, to be for the fact that it is massive and very luxurious. 207 miles an hour it's supposed to be.
207 miles an hour.
207 miles an hour.
You will not miss a meeting.
I was going to say, you are getting to your meetings early.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're in a car that costs 168 grand, which is still
that's your bonus.
Cheap.
That's your bonus.
Exactly. It's pretty cheap. You've done well.
Yeah.
And plus, you wouldn't need to get to your meetings that quickly if you're being able to blow your bonus on that. 168 grand.
Yeah.
About the same as the DBX. Which
Crikey,
would you rather have?
Yeah, very true.
Would you rather?
That's what I said though earlier, isn't it?
Flying Spur, or plus it costs less than the Continental GT.
It does.
It's about 10 grand lower.
But I bet the specs on the Flying Spur cost a bit more.
Oh yeah, no, they will.
So before you spec up to anything half decent, you're looking at £750,000, aren't you?
Absolutely. So I'll be driving the Flying Spur, which I think is a much better looking car than the Mulsanne, as I've said.
Mm-hmm.
I will be buying.
Oh God, here he goes. You're going to be buying the honky, aren't you?
I will be taking the honky home. The honky is coming home with me. Because why wouldn't you? If you had that sort of money, 950 grand?
Yeah.
You would have that, 100%.
I would. I'd have a house in the south of France.
It actually comes with... Well, yeah, there is that. It is a stupid amount of money. But it comes in 2 engine specs, which I didn't know until I had a research. You can have a 4-litre V8, in which case you wouldn't move. Or you can have the 6-litre V12, and you'd have the 6-litre V12. Absolutely,
wouldn't you?
They do a convertible prime ministerial honky as well.
Do they?
To stand at the top and wave.
Make
I
sure
mean, if you
don't-
had one of them, you would.
And you probably get shot as well.
The Malwagon was the actual model name.
The Malwagon?
For the convertible
They didn't
version.
name after Mao Zedong.
No, it didn't. But no, I think it should be called the Malwagon. They also had one of those terrible Chinese Russian-made Jeeps as well, so the honky probably drives the same as that, one of those knockoff Willys Jeeps.
Yeah.
But I'll be buying the honky, and I will be destroying the Phantom for the reasons I've put out there. It's not cool anymore. It's not
samey, isn't it? It's just samey.
It's a bit samey. It's not discreet.
No.
I can't say the honky's all that discreet as well either. But I think the Flying Spur in a nice colour would be quite discreet. You wouldn't really know.
Not
as
gold.
It woofs past you at 207 miles an hour. Plus, you wouldn't really... I don't want to see a Flying Spur wrapped in gold parked next to a gold G-Wagon outside Harrods. I will burn it. Or I'm going to drive around in like a JCB loader thing so I can pick it up and flip it.
Do you know what you should do?
What?
Start your own company.
What?
You know how Ferrari are doing that seize and destroy?
Oh, they're not seizing it, but they're sending legal letters saying, please don't.
Yeah. Why don't you go one better, and any gold wrap aeromobile that you're going around the sea, just destroy it.
No, I think
that could be you. You could be a hitman for cars.
I could be a hitman for cars. I think I'd probably go around with like a flatbed truck and just winch them off and just leave a note like, no, you're not allowed this car anymore because you've ruined it.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea, actually.
Good idea.
Right, okay, I'll be stopping this and going straight to do that by myself. A JCB and a flatbed truck and rent a crusher.
Genius.
Excellent.
Some things in life you just can't teach.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. I'm glad. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my choices there. I thought that was quite a good mix of cars there.
It was actually, yeah.
I'd love to drive that honky.
I'd like to have a go in
One
the
day
honky.
I'm going to have a go in a honky. So tune in to episode 58 of the podcast in which we will present it from the back of a honky armed with AK-47s.
I can't wait already.
That sounds
If
brilliant.
we're still talking to each other.
Because our very public argument will happen on episode 57. I imagine. Maybe episode 45, who knows.
Yes.
But tune in as we carry on with your weekly, light-hearted, slightly informative, but strongly opinionated...
Very much so.
...motoring podcast.
Which is what we are.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Make sure to give us a follow on a drive_by podcast Instagram page.
And myself on Charlie Drives. And yes, tune in for episode 6 next week.
Episode 6, aren't they flying by?
Can't believe it.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.